everybody, welcome to our special coverage of the iPad 5th generation and iPad mini and everything else Apple's announcing on this special day. I'm Zarian. Of course, I'm joined by my panel of Apple experts. First, I'm going to go to John as he joins me each and every week for all our shows. He does everything here at the GFK Network. He has an iPhone, he has an iPad, he has a Mac. He's all Appled out, and he's ready to talk about Apple today. How you doing, John?
I'm excited. You called me an expert.
Oh, yes, in many ways. many ways. Also with us, Josh Coleman, at Culmination on Twitter. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing excellent. I'm super excited. I mean, an October event with Apple. I mean, is there anything better?
I could think of a couple things that might be a little better, but not for today. Today, this is the thing you want to be watching. A lot of speculation on what's going to be announced. Obviously, we've seen the leaked images of the thinner iPad 5th generation, the iPad mini 2nd generation with a possible Retina display. Some people are even saying we're going to get a iPhone 5C style iPad also to replace the iPad 2 that's been on the market for a while. A plethora of announcements. John, you want to just run down some other ones that we're missing here?
Besides the iPad?
Yeah, besides the iPads.
We're also thinking that we might get pricing and availability finally for the Mac Pros, the new Mac Pros that they announced. What was it, back in like June or July that they announced this?
June.
And it's just like, and they had that event in September where they didn't say anything about the Mac Pro. When they announced the iPhone 5C and 5S, they didn't say anything about the Mac Pro, and everybody's still waiting here. All right, well, what's the price point on the new Mac Pros, and when are they coming out? They talked about them like 6 months ago.
Yeah, and that was a strange move by them because they unveiled this beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful device, but there's no pricing on it. We don't have any information as far as when it's going to get released. Nothing really. Just here's the device. This is what we're going to announce, and it's going to happen.
All right. Yeah, I'm noticing on some other sites, sorry to break in, it looks like the event started, but not on Apple's site for the streaming. I don't know if you have that same thing going on, but it looks like live bloggers are already
delay
reporting.
between their servers and all that.
Okay.
I mean, there's latency, so.
But, I mean, that was an interesting thing that they really haven't unveiled that. And to me, it was not very Apple-like. You know, when you get an Apple product, you get everything at the same time, and this is what we're doing, and this is how we're going to do it, and this is when we're doing it. But that didn't happen. Has not happened.
No, they should have actually announced pricing and availability back then. They really should have, because and even if they didn't do it then, they should have at least done it in September. And here we are, October, and we still don't know.
Yeah, we still don't really know what's happening.
I mean, if they don't announce anything about the Mac Pros today,
Can I make my prediction?
What is your prediction, Josh?
I want to watch. I'm pointing to my wrist right now for everyone listening on audio. I hope it's a one more thing. I think if Tim Cook just did a one more thing and brought out the watch, everyone would go crazy. Tim Cook is a hero.
There's so many things they could talk about today. It's insane. They have the iPad 5, the iPad mini. They have Mavericks to talk about. They should talk about the Mac Pro. They also should be talking about new MacBook Pros.
Yeah, we haven't seen the Haswell-based MacBook Pro, have we?
No.
So this is interesting. I'm not able to get the stream on my website, but I know some people are.
Yeah, I'm not getting it either. Maybe it's maybe people in the chat room. Maybe it's geographical location. Both you and I are on the East Coast. What about you, Suncast? You're in the middle of the country.
It says please check back soon.
Yeah, so maybe they are doing a delay.
Do I?
You why?
All right. Well, I mean, do we want to talk about what we're seeing right now? It's just the usual recap. We're the greatest ever. We released these amazing phones. Everyone's buying them. I mean, it's the typical. We don't care.
Yeah, so they're talking about the biggest launch ever. They sold millions of iPhones the first couple days of the launch. Major deal for them. 9 million iPhones were sold. I mean, that is an impressive number that 9 million of them were sold. What else is surprising to me is that they have pulled back on the production of the 5C, but the 5S is sold out everywhere. And this kind of goes against what I thought would happen. I thought initially you would have all these people buying the lesser of the two, and that's not the case. People are going and buying the 5S. They want the top of the line, device.
Yeah. Analysts are now saying that the 5C is starting to catch up to the 5S.
The 5C is starting to catch up.
Right.
Just now starting to catch up, yeah.
What do you think of the 5C, John?
I think it's an interesting device. You know what I love about the new cases that they came out with? And I thought they were kind of stupid at first.
The ones with the holes.
But yeah, somebody made an
Connect 4.
awesome application to play Connect 4 using your case.
Yes, I agree.
That is
pretty
freaking amazing that somebody thought of that. In fact, I need to make that my pick of the week, I think.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with this feed. I'm just going by the live blog right now.
Are you using Safari?
I'm using, only Google Chrome all day long.
It doesn't work in that. Amazing.
It
You
doesn't.
got to be using Safari.
Oh, great.
So, Josh, go down the list of what's happening.
What's happening right now? We have, typical marketing, biggest iPhone launch ever. Like you said, 9 million. Excitement and energy on the products. Now they're showing about the cases being pretty popular, saying people love their phones. And a lot of, I guess, young hipster-looking kids with, friendship bracelets on with the 5C. I think that's the market they're targeting. Nothing is what I just said. Nothing that we.
Nothing has happened.
Everyone's sitting. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat right now because here it is. This is the longest I've had an Apple product. I think is this iPad. The new iPad. I believe this was the correct term. So this is a 2-year-old device, right?
Yeah, I mean,
That's the iPad 3, correct?
3, yeah. Generation wise, yeah. Which
I
love.
That they don't sell anymore.
They don't sell anymore. It's Retina. Never had a problem with it. Lately, I've been having problems with it connecting Air Video to my Apple TV, which I don't understand. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Just iPad. I think I'm the same as you, John. iPad Mini, Retina. Here's my credit card.
That's what you
I think
want.
It's fascinating that people. There's such a divide, even amongst Apple fans, between the 10-inch iPad and the iPad Mini. I think that's just fascinating that there's just people that are diehard 10-inch iPad all the way. Why would you ever go with an iPad Mini? But then there's other people that, well, why wouldn't you go with an iPad Mini? It's the perfect traveling device. It's not too big, but it's not too small.
Right. And I think we're getting to the point where it's like, I don't really watch that much video on my iPad 10-inch. I basically send it straight to Apple TV, so I don't need a big screen. I just need something to be functional when I'm moving around my house, when I've gone to a coffee shop. It's like I need that mobile device, and this is still bulky. I mean, it is.
They're saying that 64%.
I absolutely agree with you on that.
64% of all iPhones are now running iOS 7, which is quite impressive considering how slow Android is to kind of move and to adapt to the latest and the greatest operating system. 5 days after its launch, 200 million devices are now running iOS 7. Nearly 2/3 of the device now run iOS 7. That blows away the other guys, so it's a nice hit at Android. That is impressive, though. You could, the fact that you can do it.
I'm going to check I'm going to load up my Apple TV to see if you can watch it through there and see if it's working.
John, you were a little
be able to.
You were a little hesitant to go to iOS 7.
Yeah, and I'm still not
100%
happy with it.
You're not.
It's not. Mostly, it's design and functionality. I'm just not crazy about it. This is something that bugs me. Ever since I installed iOS 7, I still can't get PhotoStream to work. I've tried resetting it. I've tried signing out, signing in, restarting, powering off, powering on, restarting my computer. Still does not work. So annoying.
Interesting.
So it's interesting how some people could get the video to play and others can't, like me. I cannot get the video to play.
Cannot.
It says available shortly. Please check back. But most
I'm
people are.
I'm loading up my Apple
Safari,
TV
correct?
Yeah, I'm in Safari. I'm using Safari, unless it's doing some weird caching.
Yeah.
Now it's playing. Now it's working.
Now it's working.
Yep.
All right,
there we
what'd
go.
you do?
Oh, good.
Now it's working. All right. So
It's a cache gimmick.
let's cut to we'll cut to it in a second. But of course they're going down the list of catalogs. How many apps? 1 million apps, obviously in the market, which is quite impressive. 60 million cumulative downloads for all the apps. I'm a big app person. I love the apps. I download different apps all the time, and I like to try them out. So that's what a lot of people are doing.
That's one thing that if they talk about the Apple TV in this event, they need to add an app store to Apple TV. That's the one big thing that I think Apple TV is missing. Once they do that, I think that's going to be a huge competitor to everybody else out there. I mean, it's
I
still
don't
a
even
competitor
understand how we
now,
don't have
but
that.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
because we don't have that yet. It doesn't even make sense to me.
let's cut to Tim Cook
he's
talking about the Mac.
hardware.
In the world, computers that people just love to use. And we've done that through a combination of incredible hardware and beautiful design, coupled with OS X, the world's most advanced desktop operating system,
Aluminium.
and apps like iWork and iLife, phenomenal apps for your productivity and
he's
creativity.
wearing a button-down shirt
it
that's not
all-
tucked in.
And Macs just work seamlessly with all of your iOS devices with iCloud. And all of this comes together in this really delightful experience. that
I
our
like the
users
stock
just
photos
love.
that they're using
I know.
Now,
Andrew, have you ever taken a picture like that
Our
with Jessica
competition
next
is
to a
different.
bike?
all
Like,
the time.
they're confused. They chased after netbooks. Now they're trying to make PCs into tablets and tablets into PCs. Who knows what they will do
She's
next?
doing a shoot right now. Do you see this?
Well, I can't answer that question.
Doing a promo.
But what I can tell you is we have a very clear direction and a very ambitious goal.
That's
We
kind of a
still
slap at
believe
Microsoft,
deeply
I think.
in this category.
Yeah, he's cutting a
And we're
promo.
not slowing down on our innovation. We've been really hard at work on the Mac, and we've got some exciting new products to share with you this morning.
Yes.
To start things off, we'd like to start with OS X, and to do so, I'd like to
There we
invite
go.
Craig Federighi
All right,
to the
Andrew,
stage.
you've always talked about
Craig?
iLife. Do you think we're going to get a...
Yeah, I mean, iLife has been a huge selling point for the Mac, and they've kind of forgotten about it. So I think this will be the year that they talk about
So
it.
the team has been hard at work.
What's this
on
guy's
the
name?
latest release of OS X.
Craig.
Our 10th release.
Digital
in the
Designs.
history of OS X. And this one is a doozy.
OS X
We really
Mav-
focused
J
on
Maverick.
3 major areas in OS X. Some core technologies to fundamentally accelerate the performance of your Mac, some features that smooth the Mac experience, and some great new apps.
You know, I'm
Now,
dying
one
to
of
know
our
the
biggest
release date
missions
for this thing.
with Mavericks was to fundamentally upgrade your hardware.
I think it's going to come
Get
out
more
like in a
charge
week or so.
out of your battery.
Or maybe today.
Get more
Yeah.
out of your memory.
Hey guys, I'll take this chance to remind everybody, if you're watching us, you could go to gfqlive.tv and chat with us over there. We have a great chat room, about 90 people in the chat room right now at gfqlive.tv.
And we started.
You know, if
with
there's a new
power
Retina, I
efficiency
could be
and made
convinced about
changes deep and broad across the systems, and the result is outstanding. Now, of course, battery life varies by the model that you choose, but even if you take our 13-inch MacBook Air, the latest, which just has fantastic battery life, and all
what
you
you
do
use, Andrew?
is install
No,
Mavericks,
I have a
you get
2011.
up to an hour longer web browsing on a single charge, and up to an hour and a half longer watching iTunes video.
What movie is that?
It's really fantastic.
Jackie Robinson.
We've also
The
made
Brooklyn
big
Dodgers.
improvements
Brooklyn.
with memory.
What?
Now, Mac users love to push their systems to the limit, and that's
not
great
true.
as long as you have enough memory. But when you start to exhaust the system's free memory, things can slow down. And that's where a new Mavericks feature called compressed memory comes in. With compressed memory, Mavericks can actually compress almost instantaneously inactive parts of your contents of memory, making space for new allocations.
All right, this is
allows us to fit
PC
6
technology.
gigs of data
already.
and
You don't
just
care
4
about it.
gigs
I don't
of
care
system
about it.
RAM.
No one's
And what
gonna
this
ever
means is you
need
can
this
run
much RAM,
more
whatever.
applications and never slow down.
Right.
Next, graphics. We've made enhancements to the
Here's the
graphics
multiple
system
displays we had talked about
system-wide,
before.
and we focus particularly on integrated graphics. Now, some of our latest Macs.
I
include
actually am I'm a fan of the fact that they're saying, listen, there's a distinct separation between a PC and a tablet and a phone.
Good.
they want to
God.
separate them rather than convoluting it. And, you know, I'm a big fan of Microsoft, and I have a Windows phone. I absolutely love Windows Phone, but I do not like the Metro interface because I think it's convoluted.
I agree with you.
Absolutely.
On desktop. On the tablet, I think it's great too.
right.
You know, those
Yeah, I have
Nokia
a-
tablets that they're releasing they're really nice, which we're going to be talking about later on What the Tech at 3 o'clock. But
Oh, look at that.
a nice little plug.
I'll be there.
High performance, no matter what you're doing. Finally, we brought OpenCL to integrated graphics. Now, OpenCL takes compute-oriented tasks that would normally run on the CPU and instead takes advantage of the
OpenCL
massive
is a very big
parallel
thing for
compute
people that do a
power
lot of video
the
editing
GPU
and
to make them run much
graphic
faster.
intensive work.
And we see in benchmarks results of up to 1.8x acceleration for these tasks, and sometimes 2x and higher for image processing tasks. It's really fantastic. Now, of course, Mavericks has many great enhancements for your Mac user experience as well. Things like shared links. So in Safari, you can discover new links on the web from people you follow on Twitter and LinkedIn. We've enhanced notifications, so now you can respond in a notification right there,
Which
while
I like
staying in
that.
the app that
Finally.
you're already in.
Yeah.
I never understood
In
why
the
you couldn't do that in
Finder,
the first
we now
place.
have tags. It's a great way to organize files no matter where they are, whether on your Mac or an iCloud.
And now you can
we
bring up
made
the obvious
big
that Microsoft
improvements
kind of already
to our
does
handling
this.
for multiple displays, so you can take an app full screen on
Multiple
any
displays.
display.
Then again,
That's the
Apple
thing we
always
talked
does
Get it
about.
in your
it
dock
better.
and
By the way,
menu
this
bar,
is
just like it's your primary
this is something
display,
I'm going to
no matter which
really
display you're
enjoy
using.
using because I always use a secondary screen. So what I would actually be able to do is take what I'm showing you right now here and just send it to another screen.
It's a native app.
Do you think that if they
high
release a
performance,
Mac Pro today, they'd
multi-picture
have to have a new monitor?
No.
Well, their displays are really old now. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
you can make them a lot thinner.
I don't think we'll get that announcement today.
All right. It seems like they go together, though. A Mac Pro, you need a screen.
as well. But of course, the best way to appreciate and experience Mavericks is with a demo, excuse me. And I'd like to give one to you
whoa.
right now.
With a death? Did he just
I
say
heard
that?
with death. That's the only way you could enjoy this. This
Right,
better be
let's take a
dead
look here
with the amount of
at
money you just
Mavericks.
spent on
And of
this
course,
thing.
The Mac has no equal when it comes
You
to
know
a
what?
tool
And it's
for
gonna
getting
be available
projects done.
today.
I'm going to work on
You're
a
saying
project
it.
right
Yeah.
here and open up Pages and open up a document for a mission to Mars.
You know
what's
what's
really great about
bizarre?
Mavericks-
What's bizarre to me is that they are putting so much emphasis on the iWorks platform.
I know.
And the reason why I think they're doing that is because they're trying to say, hey, look, power user, are you a writer? Do you use this for work? Forget about Windows. Come over. Look, you could do all that stuff, and you're not going to have to deal with this crazy, new stuff that Microsoft is doing.
But the thing that's weird with that is that in a professional world, you're not going to be. Most of the people that would be buying this computer are not going to be using Pages. We've used InDesign and Microsoft Word. We love that workflow. Why would we go to something like this where we'd have to relearn? I don't get it.
Well, but it's not for the person using InDesign like you.
Well, I mean, look at these layouts they're showing. These are highly professional. I mean, there's a grid being in place here. I mean, they're obviously
organize my content as well.
Interesting.
I don't
So
know.
is this something
here I
because
have
you
content
use
like
InDesign all the
documents
time?
Right. Correct.
But I've been
Is
able to
it similar to what you're doing?
with tags.
No, because I mean,
On my content related to Mars,
I mean, it's very similar to what I do, but in a way, you still have to have the knowledge to do what he's doing. I mean,
that looks pretty good.
it looks like it's drag and drop, but it's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been trained to do it this certain way.
And add a tag.
I don't know. I think Pages is great if you just need to make a flyer or your dog's missing. But if you're gonna do like an actual magazine or a newsletter, I don't think it's option.
So I'm gonna step away from the iPages talk and kind of talk about what they are trying to do. I mean, John, do you see them taking a direct shot at the not the power user, but the person that's using Windows for word processing and homework
Yeah.
and stuff like that?
Hair.
I mean,
We're talking about hair.
they're talking about hair loss,
Yeah, Hair Force 2.
Hair Force 2, untucked shirt, scandalous.
What's going on? What is this?
So they're showing how it works,
Oh,
but.
now it's a shoot.
So, John, I mean, tell me about that. As someone that is, for someone that's, you type a lot, you work a lot on this thing. You're not doing crazy stuff, but do you see them as saying, hey, listen, Microsoft is now adding all this stuff. You could still get a desktop experience over here.
Yeah, I think in a way they're trying to capitalize on some of the mistakes that Microsoft has made with Windows 8, and they kind of see that people are not very keen on the stuff that Microsoft did. So they're trying to, say, well, we have Mac, and you can use our stuff for the same things that you use Windows for if you're a power users. If you need Microsoft Word and that sort of tool set, we've got you covered.
Hey, if you check out the shot on the dock on the feed, it looks like all those iLife have all new icons. So I think you're right, Andrew. I think we're getting a whole new iLife today.
Oh, let's see.
iPhoto's different. Pages is different. Keynote's different.
Click
all
to view an article. Here's a nice one about Apple's new campus. I, for one, look forward to working in outer space.
See, the only bad thing about
So I can gesture back.
the
right
only
to my
bad thing
list.
about the notifications is that I can't. There's no like quick turn off for notifications.
Yeah.
So
especially
right
when
now,
you're working.
So right now, like I'm working and I'm getting notified about everything and everybody. So I guess I got to put Do Not Disturb on Skype. But let's go back.
End of one article, right into the next, just continuously. It's really just a fantastic way to read. As you can imagine, this is about a good time for another notification. Here's one right here from my friend Nina, who's just in town, and she wants to.
Well,
apparently,
notifications is
meet
sort of
at,
overwhelming.
Tower. Now, with data detectors, I can actually just click on this and get a
Do
view.
you use
right
the mail app,
time and
Josh?
But
Yes,
what's great-
I don't.
I use
calendar
Mail
app.
app for
You
my
notice it's also
business, and then I use
extracted the
Sparrow
location.
for
It's even
personal.
shown me a map of that location.
That's why I like to
and the
separate
weather expected for that time.
I like it.
And because calendar is completely
I do have a
location
problem
aware,
with the
it also knows
signature
where
in my email.
previous
Sometimes it
appointment
just
is, and it can
disappears,
actually
but-
let me know how long it'll take to travel
I
from one
hate.
spot to the other.
I
You
hate.
can
This
drive
is the
or
one thing
walk.
I hate
It
about
looks like it's
Apple
gonna
more
be
than
a nice
anything.
day, so
Why
you
is
can
it that
walk,
every
you can
calendar
sit
app you want to
on
buy
top
has
of
to be
Apple
integrated
Calendar,
with the
right
main
here on my
calendar app in the operating system, which is awful, and I can't stand it.
Have you guys had an issue with iCloud? I feel like they did something weird with iCloud where
Yep.
now whenever I sync a new device to my iCloud, it takes over the other device's name.
like this.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like when I've wiped out my Mac, right? I not my Mac. I'm sorry, my iPad. All of a sudden, my iPod Touch became Andrew's iPad, and Jessica's phone became Andrew's iPad.
Right up here to the share menu.
Josh, are you getting
know
video back from me?
Here's my lock screen. I can swipe right
From you?
Yeah.
turn-by-turn direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the software that we use crashed. So here we go. Back to the coverage. Thank you for that demo.
Death. They called it.
This is something though
So
that I
that's
think
Mavericks.
works
It's a
very well for
fantastic
Apple.
release that
It's
extends
they're
your battery
great
life,
at
gets
polish
more
and
out of your
spit
memory,
shining something.
accelerates
Yeah.
They
your
can take something in the first year it might be a little bit rough around the edges, but by the next year, it's definitely going to be polished and it's definitely going to be very cool.
What's most
So
important
true.
to us is seeing the software in the hands of as many Mac users as possible. We want to get them all the latest technologies, the most innovative features.
It's gonna be
and the kind
free.
of robust security that's only possible through deep infrastructural enhancements. And so for the last several years, we've been on a mission.
Mission
We've
from.
re-engineered our development process so we can put out
Oh my God, they're gonna
regular
call out your
major
boys.
releases that
Let's
renew
see.
your Mac all the time. And we've reinvented
they're
the
gonna
way
do a
we
promo.
distribute OS 10. So now
free.
upgrading your OS is as easy as downloading an app
How is it
from the
free?
Mac App Store.
Well, let's see.
Today, we're going to revolutionize pricing.
There we go. Here we go.
Because the
Oh,
days
God.
of spending hundreds of
Oh,
dollars
look at that.
to get the most out of your computer
Oh,
are
promo.
gone.
That's a shoot
Today,
right there.
we announce a new era for the
new
Mac.
era.
Because today we're announcing that Mavericks is free.
There you go. Called it.
There's your pop.
There we go. That's the. It's a Road Warrior pop, as they call it in wrestling. Free.
Free is good. So we're doing free in not a small way. Whether you have
Available.
our latest release Mountain
You
Lion,
ready?
or even if you never upgraded and you're still running Lion, or if you're a complete laggard and you're still back on Snow Leopard, in a single step update, you can get to Mavericks. And we wanted this to run on as many Macs as possible. So whether you have a Mac Mini introduced in 2009 or even an iMac introduced way back in 2007, you're entitled to Mavericks. And again, it's available for free.
That is actually...
And the best part, it's available today.
There you go.
Go out and get it.
Go ahead, Josh. Lose your mind. Do it.
Oh my God! Right now, I can just go and get Mavericks.
Dude, continue. Go crazy.
I can't.
Thank you very much. I'd like to hand it over now to Phil to tell you a little bit about the MacBook.
Thank you, Craig.
Too bad I can't get on my production machine.
Well, good morning, everyone. I have the great pleasure to talk to you about MacBook. The MacBook lineup is the best lineup of notebooks we have ever had. As you know, this summer,
quick, Suncast. Your predictions. What are we going to get?
Entire new generation of MacBook Air. It is the best we've ever made. Faster with incredible all-day battery life. Customers have really fallen in love with them. And the reviewers have been, well, just remarkable. Wired wrote, the 13-inch MacBook Air is as close to perfection as a consumer notebook gets.
Oh, we are perfect.
I hate when they say stuff like that. That's just gimmick.
We are the greatest.
Stuff Magazine. We'll take pictures of young teenage
That's why people hate Apple, right?
This is my wife, Biff.
Like
Excuse me while I ride on my yacht all the way to the Hamptons.
Maybe the best reviewed Mac we have ever made.
Those elitists.
Mind
Today
blowing.
we're happy
Here
to
we
now
go.
turn our attention to MacBook Pro.
Okay, what am I
As
buying?
you know, the MacBook Pro is the first personal computer with a Retina display.
Are they going to up the
Display
resolution on
with
the Retina
pixel
display?
So small
Ooh,
that
good
I have
question.
this current computer. Best Mac I've ever owned right there.
And the
Good
images
question.
are gorgeous. And now we've brought out both a 13-inch and a 15-inch Retina display MacBook Pro.
A 42-inch
And
MacBook Pro.
both are having major updates
The
today.
13-inch is new,
First, let's start
isn't it?
with the 13-inch MacBook Pro.
Major updates. You hear that?
Let's see.
It is an incredible machine, and now it is even lighter.
Wow,
Under
look at that.
3.5
Not bad.
pounds.
I mean, it's not super light, but
Got
it's
a
good.
gimmick name for their
And the
graphics.
new
You ready for
13-inch
it?
MacBook Pro is thinner as well, just 0.71
Okay,
it's coming.
inches thin. It's beautiful and thin and light, and it's incredibly fast too. The new 13-inch MacBook
Haswell,
Pro is
beautiful.
powered by an Intel Haswell chip. This is a 4th generation
Very good chip.
dual-core chip.
Best. I have that on this gaming
And that chip
laptop.
includes Intel Iris graphics, integrated graphics that are even
There's
faster.
your marketing.
In fact, they're
There
up
it
to
is.
90% faster than the previous generation. So faster performance, faster graphics, and it gets better battery life too. Now up to 9 hours of battery life for all the things you love to do.
That's a MacBook.
Reading your mail, surfing the web, doing
That's
productivity,
ridiculous.
and even watching movies that you've downloaded from
No
iTunes.
chance 9 hours.
So if you're a fan of The Black Knight, as I am, you can watch the entire trilogy
Black Knight.
on one charge.
Have you seen The Black Knight?
Yes.
I'm not
If
familiar
you're
with
a
that at
closet
all.
Batman fan, you don't have to hide it.
I had to step away. What did they lose
It's
their minds
faster,
over?
too, in terms of
The
flash
Black
storage.
Knight, not the Dark
PCIe-based
Knight.
flash, that's 60% faster than the previous generation. Wi-Fi is faster too. It has 802.11ac. That delivers up
That
to
is really
3 times the
fast.
performance over 802.11n at similar distances. And expansion is faster too. With the new Thunderbolt 2, it's up to twice as fast as the previous generation Thunderbolt. And all this performance and battery life comes in a brand new MacBook Pro that's running Mavericks. Craig just told you all about the incredible features and performance of Mavericks. And
All
the
right, so
work
I mean, nothing
of hardware and
crazy.
software together to deliver.
No, they say it's starting the 13-inch starting at $12.99. I wish they would have done just $100 less.
Yeah,
on
but
that,
I
and
don't think
that
that's
would have been a big.
I don't think that's the Retina, John.
I'm really happy to tell you today that this new
No, it is.
MacBook Pro starts at just $12.99.
It is. The screen said 13-inch Retina display, 2.4 gigahertz dual-core i5, 4 gigabyte of RAM.
So are they killing the non-Retina?
Configuration with a 13-inch Retina display, 2.4
Oh, yeah.
gigahertz dual-core i5, 4 gigs of memory,
Yeah, 'cause that's Retina
Iris
right there.
graphics, and 128 gigabyte of storage. And best of all,
Oh my God,
it starts
shipping today.
Today. Wonderful.
next.
Nobody cared.
Yep.
Nobody cared.
We're not putting it over.
Nobody cared.
No
Next,
sell.
let's talk about the 15-inch MacBook Pro. This all
By
new
the way,
generation
the
MacBook Pro
15-inch, the
is
rumor was they were
powered
going to put
by
a
an Intel
better graphics
Crystal
chip in it.
Well
Let's
chip.
see if it happens.
This is the 4th generation quad-core processor. It includes Iris Pro graphics. Now this is integrated graphics that for many tasks deliver the same performance as discrete graphics, but it does it.
I'm not too familiar what that is.
I have no idea.
It's
marketing.
Discrete graphics, there are models with the new GeForce
Discrete
GT.
graphics is basically
look at that.
What you call a video card that you put in a normal PC.
Okay. That is for gamers out there.
Processing faster graphics.
Go ahead, John.
Longer
go
battery
ahead.
life as well. Up to 8
I'm just saying that's basically just a not whatever graphics card is not built onto the motherboard itself. It's called a discrete graphics.
Okay. So it has 2 cards then.
It also includes new Thunderbolt 2 storage.
What do you mean?
So it's just better
Because they
across
just
the
announced,
entire
well, I guess
system.
it's the option.
Of course, it comes with OS 10 Mavericks.
No, but I was saying the GeForce GT 750M for gamers out there, that is definitely makes the MacBook Retina. Like you'll be able to play your Dotas, your League of Legends.
That's really expensive.
$2,000.
That's how much this one was. Wasn't that the same price I paid a year ago?
That's for configuration with a 15-inch Retina display, 2 gigahertz.
They're saying it's
quad-core
down from
i7,
$21.99.
8 gigs of memory, Iris Pro graphics, and a 1/4 terabyte.
You know what I wish
Quad-core
they would
i7
do?
And best of all,
What is that?
it's also shipping today.
I wish they would just get rid of this whole Retina non-Retina thing.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a fragmentation like Android is, and I think it's just a little bit confusing. What's Retina and what's not Retina? These whole price point difference with Retina, not Retina. They should just make it Retina all the way around and drop it by $100.
I think you're. Here's the
2
pricing.
display
Look at
sizes on each, 11-inch and 13
So
on
MacBook
Air,
Airs are not
13 and
Retina?
15
Is that
on
what
No.
MacBook Pro,
Yeah, MacBook
starting
Airs
at
are not.
$999. So by far,
dude, a
the
MacBook
best
Air that's
lineup
Retina
we've
would
ever
be
had.
amazing.
It's the battery. It's the battery.
Across the whole line.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I mean,
That's our news for
it's a
MacBook.
problem for the battery. I mean, you know what? So far, this is a much better announcement than the previous iPhone announcement. Really.
Oh yeah, this is great.
About Mac Pro.
Oh, here we go.
Finally.
God.
Somebody was hoping we would.
Oh, Road Warrior.
Mac Pro, as you know, we gave a sneak peek at our developer conference this June. And it's not a stretch to say people have been blown away by this incredible new design.
What is our pricing?
Anodized aluminum.
Final price guess, guys. I say starting at $19.99. You?
$17.99.
That is a
John?
single fan.
18.
The previous
18,
generation
okay.
Had 8 fans
18,
in it.
Bob.
I'll
With the
take $1.
innovation of the unified thermal core at its center. It is a computer that packs an
I'm
incredible
saying
amount
we're
of
getting
power
new displays today
into
now.
something that's 1/8 the volume of the previous generation. It's simply remarkable. It is our vision of the future of the Pro desktop.
The future.
And today we'd like to tell you even more about it. So inside this new
Finally.
generation Mac Pro,
We're going to be
is the
offering a
fastest
72-month
processor we've
lease
ever
program.
put in a Mac. A new generation Intel Xeon E5.
Ah, they got the new
Comes in
chips.
4, 6,
I do
8,
think it's
or
going to be at
12
least
core designs.
$18.99. if
30
not more.
megabyte L3 cache.
I mean, I think it's going to be $24.99 probably starting, but
Inside it is the fastest memory we have ever put in a Mac. 1866 megahertz DDR3 ECC memory on a broad
I mean, if you look
4-channel
at the
controller.
graphic,
Massive
at the
bandwidth and up to
specifications
64
for it,
gigabytes.
the stuff that they're putting in there isn't necessarily cheap by any
Probably
means.
one of the
Yeah.
most remarkable
You have
things about
60
this machine. The
gigabyte
team
a
set
second.
goal to have a breakthrough in graphics. It's the first Mac that comes
Oh,
standard
here we
with
go.
dual
Let's see.
workstation
AMD Fire
graphics.
Pro
AMD
graphics.
Fire Pro D300, D500, or D700 graphics. Fast buses, huge amount of VRAM, up to 12 gigabytes, over half a terabyte of bandwidth to it, and up to 7 teraflops of compute power.
This is just
That's
a lot
power
of
that can be used both for
words I don't
graphics
understand.
as well as for compute-intensive tasks using the OpenCL technology that Craig mentioned earlier.
That is kind of cool. It has up to 1 terabyte capacity of flash storage.
yeah.
Simply put, you cannot put a hard drive in anymore that's as fast as this flash. This PCIe-based generation of flash is 10 times faster.
But that's
than a
also
hard
going to
drive
add
if we
up
put
to your
one in.
cost.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Gigabyte
Absolutely.
per second reads
That
and
will
gigabyte
just
per second
absolutely
writes,
kill you. Because if you
up
think
to a
about the prices
terabyte
for
of
even
flash
just
storage.
128 or
It's an incredible
256
storage system.
flash storage, it's
If you want to
insane.
expand it, well, external expansion begins with
I mean, yeah,
Thunderbolt 2.
prices are going down, but it's still
Expansion chassis, storage arrays,
relatively
and so much
expensive
more.
compared to
There's massive
optical.
throughput.
Absolutely.
You can bond them together with channel bonding. You can have up to six devices per port. And this is the heart of being able to create a true
4K
next-generation video work-through model with a desktop computer. 4K video. 4K
They're going to release a
video,
4K monitor.
16 times the pixels of 1080p HD video. You can have up to 2 displays plus a third HDMI display for broadcast monitoring. There's never been a system that can do what the Mac Pro will be able to do for 4K video. Expansion, it has a really cool feature. When you move it, there's a motion controller, and the I/O illuminates to show your way. And there's a lot of great I/O. Dual audio out, 4 USB 3, 6 Thunderbolt 2,
Look at
dual
that.
gigabit Ethernet, HDMI, the new generation HDMI up to 4K, Bluetooth.
All right, come on now. That
Yeah.
picture looks a little bit silly
This
with
is
that
packed
little
and built for
trash can
expansion.
looking thing sitting next to all
We
these
have
gorgeous
amazing
consoles.
customers, and we built this so that they can do things that we can't imagine. And we've been dying to get a few of them an early look at it and their hands on it, and so they could tell us all what they think of this new Mac Pro. So I want to tell you about 3 examples.
3.
First, video editing. We have a new generation version of Final Cut Pro 10 designed to take advantage of this new Mac Pro. We put one in the hands of Dean Devlin, filmmaker. You may know of him from Independence Day, The Patriot, and Leverage. He got a chance to use the new Mac Pro, and what did he have to say about it? The Mac Pro makes real-time 4K video editing a reality. It's more powerful than I ever imagined.
In reality, though,
For the average person, probably.
Wouldn't any powerful machine make it a reality?
Yes.
I mean, that's what we're really talking about. We're not talking about, they're doing something super amazing.
He did say real time. And that's just not an easy task to do stuff like that. Then again, real time can also be slow. So,
yeah.
Last, music. Love
4K
this
editing
shot.
is the
so
future
cool.
of video
Here's what
editing
it's
right
saying.
now, and I think a lot of people are trending towards 4K editing.
Gave one to
They
Stuart
want to
Bryan,
do
who's
that
producer
kind of
for
thing,
none-
and this is
no
where I
less than
think
Lady Gaga,
a
Madonna,
Mac Pro does make sense, because you're just going to get something that you know is going to be able to do 4K editing.
Yeah, I mean, you're an editor. I mean, for you, that's something that's important.
This is the
Yeah,
perfect computer
yeah,
for
absolutely.
the recording studio.
If you're
They
going to do
seem
4K
pretty
editing,
excited.
you're going to be spending at least $1,000 for a computer anyway, if not much more.
Show us what they can do with it. So the new Mac Pro
Let's see
will
your
cost
price.
$29.99.
3,000.
And that's for configuration with a 3.7
I will
gigahertz
not be
quad-core
buying
Xeon,
one.
$3,000.
12 gigabytes of ultra-fast
That's the
DRAM,
base.
dual FirePro D300.
I don't understand how
Wait,
in
did-
this economy
Nothing is
they can do that.
upgradable. Nothing is upgradable.
I don't understand.
And it only comes with 256 gigs of RAM, gigabyte hard drive.
You're actually super impressed with this pricing.
I just don't understand in this economy how you can release a product like
before the
that.
end of the year.
Who's
Like
going
all
to
of our
buy that?
products,
Only high end, like people making
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's album.
I
That's
told
what
you it was
it's
going
for.
to be expensive. I told you.
That's who it's for. That's who their target is. It's not you or me or someone that's using it to put Wirecast and stream with.
It's also energy efficient. It's up to 70% less energy consumption than the previous Mac Pro.
Because Andrew cares about
And this
that.
chart proves it. If you look at even sitting at idle, consumes just 43 watts.
Current Mac
Compare
Pro,
that
is that really
to
something they
previous
can
generation
compare
Mac
it to?
Pro.
That's
It's incredibly
like an 8-year-old
quiet, too.
product.
This is really amazing. The new Mac Pro
Incredibly
just puts
quiet.
out 12 decibels at idle. The team hit their
My
goal.
MacBook
They
Retina's
set a
pretty
goal
good,
to
right?
make it no louder than a Mac Mini sitting on your desk. That's astonishing for this kind of performance.
It's
The Mac
$3
Pro is
grand.
an
It better be
amazing
quiet.
New generation
I was going to say that.
and all of
Like,
us.
seriously,
And
you're
we're
just
really
spending
proud
$3
that
grand on
it's
it. It
designed
better be
by an
as
incredible
quiet
team
as,
in California.
You're comparing it to a $600
Going to be
computer.
assembled here in
Yeah.
the US.
You know that IBM Aptiva that you bought in 1999. This is a lot quieter.
Helping us to prepare to build this incredible.
I'm disappointed with this,
And
actually.
it's built with technologies and processes
Yeah, the
unlike
price is
anything we've
very
ever done.
disappointing. It's at this point,
We've
nothing
created
they
a
say
video
matters.
peak.
It's not even
Once-
realistic.
Once
I mean,
they
that's
said
like,
$29.99, everybody was like, "Okay, I'm out."
Time
See ya.
for a video.
I mean, $24.99 would have been more realistic. I
Yeah.
could have understood, but $3 grand.
Well, I wonder if they are putting a premium on it because it is assembled here in the States now. I think that also bumps it up by $100 or so. You know, these are all things that affect the pricing of this device. But
I think a large part of it is the technology and the way they construct it. To be honest, I really do. I think because it's got dual graphics in it and it's got the flash storage in it and all that, I think just really, really adds up quickly.
I mean, really, you tell me another. Is there a something that's comparable to this on the market currently? No.
No, you could easily build something for less. You could easily spend $2,000 and get something that's equally as
this
powerful.
Beautiful? No, not even. There's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying for design.
No, but
really.
you could easily spend $2,000 and make something equivalent to that.
Yeah, something
for
$1,000
less easily.
Even better. I
really think you could
with graphics cards and I don't know. Wow.
Hey guys, I'm going to take this moment to while they're doing an ad, while they're playing a video to talk about. I'm going to take this
robot porn.
I don't know. I'm gonna take this minute to kind of plug something that we're doing here. If you're watching us live on any number of our websites, we're on Daily Motion right now. We're featured on the front page. We're on Ustream. We're on Justin TV. We're on Vaughn. If you want to chat with us, you could join our chat by going to gfqlive.tv. If you click on the menu button on the bottom of the chat and change nickname, you could change your nickname, and we could kind of talk to you here. Also, we need to keep going. We need your help to keep going. We have a little Amazon affiliate link tab right at the side of the video on GFQ Live, also on Ustream on the bottom of the video. There's a little thing that says support us on Amazon. If you click on that and you buy something, we get a tiny little credit. Tiny little portion goes to us, and it helps us upgrade stuff in the studio. And whenever we need a new piece of equipment, we use that, and it helps us out. So I encourage you guys, or you could go to gfq.co/Amazon. That's gfq.co/Amazon. And when you're ready to buy something, we get a little credit. So back to the coverage.
You just missed a huge pop.
For Mac hardware, all new generation MacBook
At the
Pro
end of the video, they showed
the
designed in California,
Next, I'd like
and
to turn it over to
assembled
Eddie Q.
in the USA, and people went crazy.
Thanks, Phil.
But there's probably close to $1,000 alone in the graphics card in the Mac Pro.
I agree.
Yeah.
So let's get started with iLife.
Here we go.
That just gives you a little bit of perspective on the price.
Great things with your movies, your
Here's
music,
my iLife.
and your photos. And we've got brand new versions of iPhoto.
You know why you
iMovie,
want
and
this? So you can just update it all the time.
redesigned to take advantage of iOS 7. And we've got brand new versions for the Mac, designed to harness the power of Mavericks. They're all 64-bit, so you get fast performance, and of course they're integrated with iCloud.
Oh wait, were the new MacBook Pros 64-bit?
Yes,
they are. Right?
But I want to highlight just a few. Let's take a look at iPhoto.
The MacBook Pros have been 64-bit for a long time.
Browsing your photos has never been faster or smoother than now, thanks to 64 bits. And if you've got iOS, iPhoto has got a brand new look. It's clean, it's beautiful, it's a great way to enjoy your favorite photos.
Way
and
better.
albums.
Yeah, much better.
Black too. Looks like they're getting away from the
photo
white.
books have been hugely popular, but they've only been available on the Mac. Well, now we're bringing it to iPad. And with iPhoto, it lays out your book, and with multi-touch, you can easily move your photos around or change the pages to make them look exactly like you want.
We have 10 of these.
It then uploads it to Apple.
Yeah, we're a huge fan of this service.
And we send you a beautiful coffee table book right to your home.
Alyssa always hated that it was all you had to be on the computer. Now you don't.
So a great update to iPhoto for both Mac and iOS. And we've got an amazing new version of iMovie with a ton of cool new features. We've completely redesigned it, make it cleaner, simpler.
I feel like an
iOS
idiot
7,
when I try to use iMovie.
Making it easy to browse and share your videos with your family and friends.
Yeah.
Why use Final Cut 10?
You don't need to create a project.
Well, you can't drag and drop. Like I can't drag a file and put it where I think it should go.
iMovie lets you take
Final
your
Cut
videos and create
not iMovie.
incredible movies. And we are bringing desktop class effects that let you speed up or change the speed of the video.
Wow.
Picture in picture, all on an iPhone or an iPad.
That's crazy.
On the Mac, we have a new design.
But I think it's a smart decision because I think a lot of people could practically use an iPad for video editing, and I think a lot of people do want to use an iPad for video editing like that. Because if you think about it, all those people that go to these conferences and trade shows that take videos of people talking about products and stuff, if they could do that specifically from the iPad. They could shoot it from their iPad. They could edit it from their iPad. They could upload it from their iPad. They wouldn't have to take anything else. It wouldn't necessarily be the best thing out there to use for everything, but you could easily get stuff done and it would look pretty good.
And because it's integrated with iCloud,
it's free.
When you create a movie on your iPhone, it's automatically available across all of your devices. And of course, even on
Here's
Apple
the problem
TV.
I have with iCloud is that
Go ahead.
you still have to pay money in order to lift up that cap that you have, because you only get 5 gigabytes for free, which is like nothing. And even then, you still have to pay what, like $20, and all you get is 25 gigabytes.
If you have a 64-bit device, you can now do.
If you're working with video and stuff, and everything else that uses iCloud, that's insane. You're just one device, just your iPhone alone can use 5 gigabytes for a backup in the iCloud.
We've got a new
Look at this, record the whole podcast.
And a new sound library that gives something for everyone, whether you play the keyboard or need a killer guitar amp. But there's one cool feature that I'd like to show you right now, and I'd like to bring up Xander Zoran up to show you.
Xander. I like this guy's cuffs.
We had to buy like a track
Good morning, everyone.
for our band. Now you can just use an iPad.
I'm just thrilled to be able to show you the brand new GarageBand. Now, thanks to iCloud support, you can start a song on your Mac or even your iPhone or iPad, and you'll always have access to the latest version. So here we have a little song idea, and it's built around a guitar riff. Why don't we open it up from iCloud, and let's give it a listen.
Crash. I will.
Wow, it looks way more streamlined.
Yeah,
it does. Make it a lot more exciting.
I use that on the audio podcast I do, the Nationals Review. I use GarageBand.
Drummer, and it gives you a virtual session player that will play along with your songs, but takes your direction. And it's really fun, really easy to use. To use Drummer, you just go and create a new track. And in addition to all the options you've had before in GarageBand, like your software instruments,
John, have you used GarageBand?
Audio recordings, guitar amps. Now you can create a drummer track. And when I do that, it starts me off with Kyle, along with a set of these performance controls that's going to let me tell and shape Kyle what I want him to play. So
they have bots now in
Kyle's going to start jamming along with the song until I tell him to do something different. So let's check this out. So that's a little tame. Why don't we grab this puck here and increase the energy and complexity. Okay, that's more like it. And we can change the drum that he plays on. We can have him go to the toms, or have him hit the crash cymbals. We can even crank up the fills for a really big finish. Okay, that's more rock and roll. Sounds way better. All right. So you probably noticed it sounds incredibly realistic because Drummer is powered by performances of some of the best session players in the world. So these are the same musicians that play with artists like Eric Clapton, Paul McCartney, and Adele. And if you ever want a different sound or a different style, you can just try out a different drummer. Now, every new Mac comes with GarageBand and a great set of starter content, including Kyle.
And this is what you were saying,
14
John.
more drummers and a whole bunch of loops and instruments with a single in-app purchase.
This is going to become a freemium model.
Change to alternative, and you can see that we've got Nikki and Aiden. Let's check out Gavin and see what he brings to the song. Brings a whole different approach to the track. So you just play along until you find a drum groove that inspires you. So that's just a quick look at Drummer. It's one of the many new
I wonder if they're going to be able to preview those sounds first before you buy them.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Because a lot of the sample groups out there that you get to, like Audio Jungle is one. You can always preview that sort of stuff before you buy it. But if you had to buy it before you can actually try it, I don't think that's going to work.
New versions for the Mac, and best of all, we're making them all free with the purchase of any new Mac or iOS device.
Okay, well, if you don't...
And these updates are all available today.
Everything's today.
And that's iLife. We can't wait to see the amazing things that you're going to do with it.
So another thing I'm
now,
downloading.
Our iWorks team has been hard at work at updating all of our productivity apps. Pages, numbers, and keynotes have all been redesigned to take full.
I really think someone at Apple has like a real hard-on for spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And all he wants to do is talk about iWork.
All brand new, the biggest updates of iWork ever. It's going to be great. The first thing is we've got full file compatibility. So now you can open a document on any of your devices or any of your platforms. Full file compatibility in iWork. And because it's 64-bit, it's never been faster. Now you're also going to notice a brand new UI. And the best part of this is it's easier to do things while at the same time being more powerful.
I mean, it's a very simplistic UI.
So I'm editing a document.
I don't think anybody cares about Pages. Let's see what the chat room is saying, guys. Let's go to our chat room and see what's going on there. Let me go there.
A new format panel on the right-hand side that's content sensitive. So it shows you the right tool based on
I cannot read my own chat room because my software crashed. See, I'm very excited about this announcement that Maverick is coming out today because I need to wipe this Mac out. I don't know what happened during my last install, but something got a little funky and everything got screwed up. So I'm dying to do a clean install of Maverick.
You know what? I think I'll do a clean install too.
How about you, John? Are you going to do a clean install?
I'm probably not going to do anything. Well, no, let me explain that. Here's my reason for that is that I have a Hackintosh. Does it make sense for somebody with a Hackintosh to go out day one and install it?
That's a very good question because I'm running on 10.7 right now on my Hackintosh. I've been kind of afraid to jump over and go to 10.8, and now with 10.9, I'm definitely not going to go. So I'm going to wait a little bit to see if everything works properly before I go. But, you know, with a Hackintosh, you do experience these problems. I have a problem with the sound card, and I have a problem with the network card on this thing. So, good point. Good on you.
I know you guys laugh at me, but it's a very fair point.
No, I'm laughing at the way you said it.
Yeah.
You're like, nope, not doing anything. Not doing shit. Let's hear more about
realistic physics, and we've got new ones. They're great, and best of all, they're even fun. No one lets you do what you can do with Keynote in any other app. And there's one more feature that I'd like to show you, and I'd like to invite Roger Rosner up.
Who?
Thank you, Eddie. Good morning. Super excited to show you folks the new iWork. So imagine I've been working on a poster for Eddie's new album. I'm going to fire up Pages here. Open up this gorgeous poster. We're just getting started.
It gets better.
We're just getting started.
What I love about these apps, they are the most powerful iWork apps we've ever made.
Are they still showing this thing?
So I can click on an object.
I mean, this is just, nobody cares about this, right? Is there anybody in the audience that's excited about iWorks?
No.
They just need to go through the demos faster is what it is.
You know, it'd be really interesting if there was no iPad announcement. This is it. Because you got to remember, we're an hour in already. 53 minutes in.
They did say they have a lot to cover. That is the name of the event, after all.
I'm telling you, the second half is going to be dedicated to a new smart cover.
Wow.
I think that's what they're going to do.
This is awful right now.
There was also speculation that they were going to do a new cover like they have for the Surface.
I think that's a very good idea because remember, these devices are now 64-bit and they're super powerful. So they are capable of handling a lot of the horsepower that was needed to use a computer. You know, these chips are running. They're really fast chips in these things, and they're running really efficiently.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back to this guy.
Oh, God.
Super easy to share documents. But let me show you something Super, super cool.
Oh, wow.
We've
How
got
cool could this be? Let's run a spreadsheet, guys.
We introduced these iWork for iCloud beta apps just a few months ago, and
wow.
millions of people have tried them, and we've just gotten over the charts.
This guy is the worst.
About how great they are.
Over the
Can
charts.
I tell you, I've never been very impressed with the iCloud website.
I have not either. I'm not a big fan of iCloud.
I don't understand what the purpose of it really is. I never use it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You don't get it because you're not 70.
Did Apple just find the worst guy ever to talk and just put him on stage?
I just opened the exact same document.
I really think that's what they did. It's like it's a big rib.
You think it's a rib?
Yeah. Oh, it has to be. It has to be a rib.
Right now it's just me, but as soon as Eddie clicks that link,
like they're all sitting in a meeting and they're like, "Who's the worst guy that we have?" Oh yeah, it's Jim.
Jim,
Bring
the
him
guy
out.
we want to push.
I think we can definitely improve this, Roger. Let's go ahead and.
Oh my God, they're making this terrible thing.
Go a little bit more modern here on my name and.
Modern on his name. What's modern?
Are they trying to say that you could kind of do Photoshop stuff easily?
Yeah, it looks more like Photoshop and InDesign.
Yeah.
Stage name.
Yeah, it's more InDesign than I think Photoshop.
What are they doing?
Roger, you know, I have
Eddie
actually
Cube.
gone back to my
What is happening?
stage name.
Steve Jobs would not allow this to go on right
All these
now.
people would have been
This
fired.
is not a good demo. I'm sorry, but this
let's
is
go ahead.
just.
I've got
I
this
don't see the point of
killer
this.
album.
What is the point of this demo?
You
It's
know
like,
what- you know-
yeah. Well, we already knew that it could do stuff like this.
I do want to, since we're on the boring segment of the keynote, I want to remind everybody you can go to our website, gfqlive.tv. You can watch us there. We have a great chat room there. I want to thank all of our partners in this broadcast, Daily Motion, Ustream, Justin TV, Vaughn. Am I missing anybody? I think I got everybody. And of course, our live stream is broadcasting live on Stitcher Radio. Listen on the go via the Stitcher mobile app. Hey guys, if you want to support the GFQ network, if you want to help us out, help us upgrade stuff, we have an Amazon button right on our website at gfqlive.tv. There's a little Amazon button there. Or if you go to gfq.co/Amazon, that's gfq.co/Amazon, you could click it right there. And if you're watching on Ustream, scroll down to the bottom. We got a little Amazon button on Ustream as well. It helps us out. Every time we buy something, you don't need to donate anything. We're not asking for a donation. We're just saying if you need to buy anything, you could use our link and buy something. Let's go back to the boring
Apple stock
demo.
down 261.
So
iLife is free with purchase of any new Mac or iOS device.
Okay. I mean, not surprised.
And of course, you can
I wonder if that's
download
something
them
that's
today.
they're gonna have like a 30-day grace period if you've bought it since September 22nd.
Yeah, probably.
You're eligible for a free iLife.
Versions of iWork, the biggest updates ever and all free. And they're joining the more than 20 Apple
free.
apps being updated today
I mean-
for both Mac and iOS. So I hope you can
What did they
see
say?
why
Over
today
20
is the
Apple
biggest day ever
apps
for apps.
being
Yeah,
being
upgraded
yes.
today?
Thanks, Eddie.
What are the 20 that are being upgraded? That's a good question. I mean, I guess the entire suite. You add all of them.
Find my friends. Oh, Tim Cook. Here we go.
Really incredibly rich
They're finally going to talk about the stuff that people really care about.
Let's go.
at what you can do with them. So I encourage you to check them out. And now they're all free with Mac, iPad, or iPhone. Now,
Oh, build it.
Oh,
when you combine
well, there
this
you go.
announcement with the announcement that Craig made earlier, that OS 10 upgrades are free, we are turning the industry on its ear. But this is not why we're doing it. We're doing it because we want our customers to have our
Josh, you're
latest
so excited.
software and access to
So
the
excited.
greatest new features. And we think all of our customers, from consumers to
Oh,
educators,
who is the Galaxy
to
Note
enterprise
10
and
is
small
better than the
business,
iPad?
are going to
Oh,
love
God.
this new experience of owning a Mac or an iOS
The
device.
worst Android tablets.
Go buy an
Next
Eli
up,
Manning jersey.
Junk.
iPad.
There we
We
go.
launched iPad 3.5 years ago with a
About
very
time.
clear goal and a very ambitious objective. We called iPad our most advanced technology and a magical and revolutionary
I agree with that.
device.
Magical.
But not everyone saw it this way. Some didn't see the need for it. Still others didn't think it could compete with a netbook. Who remembers netbooks?
Who remembers laughter?
Oh!
Does anybody remember laughter?
Doubted it would have any impact on the industry at all.
He's just running it through.
But we really believed in our vision. And iPad has gone on to become one of the most successful products in Apple's history and one of the most successful in the industry.
Fact.
Yeah, but the Galaxy Note is way better than the
And I'm
iPad.
pleased to tell you that earlier this month, we sold our 170 millionth iPad.
Wow. I love these big numbers that
You
crash.
think about it, though. The iPad is still the de facto tablet
yeah.
to go out and buy.
Yeah, you could go buy a piece of junk or you could go buy an iPad.
Now everybody seems to be making a tablet. Even some of the doubters are now making them.
He's going to run another shoot.
But regardless of what you might hear or read about how many are bought or sold or activated, iPad is used more than any of the rest. And not just a little more, a lot more. iPad is used over 4 times more than all of those other tablets put together. And this is what is important to us. Because when you make a great product with a great experience, this is how you know
I kind of think they
People
just have
use
some
it.
sort of,
what's even more
Apple
rewarding to
keynote
us
generator
Yeah.
back at
People
Cupertino,
love it.
That makes all of this.
All right, what's
iPad
what
is rated
statistics do you want to
#1
talk
customer
about?
satisfaction and
All right,
has
what
been
product are you going to
since
talk
the
about? And it
inception
just
of the
generates it
ratings.
automatically for Tim Cook.
And the reason
Number one.
is because
Number
iPad
one. Number one.
combines into an incredible experience hardware and amazing software and intuitive services into an experience that
He's
no
really
one
winding
else
this up,
can
though.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna drop
And
a
he's been
bomb.
talking about this
Become
for
a
almost
great
3 minutes now and
platform
hasn't
for
even talked
third-party
about the new
developers.
iPad yet.
We now have over 475,000
Yo, look, he's wearing a Nike
apps
Fuel
on
Band.
the App
Is he?
Store.
Look,
And
see
these have
on
been
his left
custom
hand.
designed for
Peeked
iPad,
out there.
not this stretched out smartphone app that are
There
competitors
were
are
rumors
doing.
they may team
it?
up with
No
them
one
for an
else
iWatch.
is close to this.
That would be perfect. That's my favorite
But
wearable
it's not
device.
about quantity, it's about quality.
What are the chances we're going to
iPad
have a
offers
fingerprint
amazing
sensor
ways for
on
you to
both
be
iPads?
creative
I
or
don't think we're gonna have it.
Or educated
Only on
or
one.
entertained wherever you might go.
Doesn't need to have it on both.
So when
I
you
would like
think
it.
about the
Actually, I think
think
it'll
that's
be on
kind
both.
of-
software services in this
I think that kind of goes along the same
thing.
things as Retina and non-Retina. I think everything just needs to be Retina. Everything just needs to be. I can understand the iPhone having something a little bit cheaper for the iPhone,
It's
but
called iPad, the biggest shift of our
I don't know.
generation.
Biggest shift of our
What's
generation.
most rewarding and inspiring to us
I would think the
is all of
smartphone
the
is really the
amazing
biggest shift of our
ways
generation, but
customers are using their iPads. We designed iPad to be the best tool for the things
I think
that
that's
you
something
do
that's
most
very
often.
interesting is how the iPad has
But
actually
honestly, we
become
could have
such a
never
big thing for
imagined
businesses in the
all of the
enterprise world.
ways
The fact that they've actually adopted
Yeah.
technology like that.
I mean,
that
point of presence.
it's
POS.
still- yeah,
Our
and it's still somewhat of a closed technology system compared to others. That that was kind of BlackBerry's whole thing. It was like, oh well, it's not as open as we are.
right.
Here's another video displaying how people are in love with the iPad and
Wind
everything else,
machines?
like machines.
More
So they're
robot
showing how
porn.
Enterprise is using it. Like Siemens is using it for whatever they're doing. Turbines. Turbines.
Field view,
you know,
cats and dogs living together.
It is fascinating how they've spent so much time on the Mac, and we haven't had that happen in a couple of years. You know, the attention has not been put on the Mac.
But technically, weren't they supposed to do the iPads back in March?
Yeah, they changed
Yes.
everything around.
Right.
Yeah, everything has changed. By the way, guys, What the Tech is coming up at 3 o'clock. As soon as this event is over, we're going to be going into What the Tech. So we have another hour. So we're going to be doing tech for most of this afternoon. So it's a pretty cool video. I mean, they're showing how people are using it. I mean, a lot of people are using the iPad. There's a lot of applications to use it with, and that's why it's so popular.
You know what a big part of that success is due to is the way they treat developers and the way you can develop for iOS in general. Right. I think you just do not have that same experience with any other platform, even Android. Android comes close, and I think Windows Phone is getting there slowly. But there's just no denying the development ability and tools out there for iOS.
Yeah.
This video is pretty amazing, actually. Now, like, I've been watching it. It's like unbelievable all the different ways it's used.
Well, I want to punch this guy that's using it for a camera.
I don't have a problem with that.
I have a serious problem. You're one of those people.
Yes.
When I see you using it, I'm going to knock it out of your hands.
Fine. Well, I'll have an iPad mini. Will that be a problem?
Yes.
No. I'm going to go climb that mountain, and then I'm going to have an iPad.
Yeah, I'm going to climb a mountain with my iPad. Excuse me. Excuse me while I climb a mountain. All right, let's see. New one.
All right.
Don't do that, because somebody could walk up to you, grab it from you, and just throw it away.
Credit card is on the table. Let's do this.
Got my wallet.
We want to help our customers create even
How much cash you got in that
amazing
thing?
stories,
Jeez.
because we know that this is just the beginning for
I got like
iPad.
$5.
And so we've been busy working on the next generation of iPad. And to tell you all about it, I'd like to invite Phil back up on stage. Phil?
Thank you, Tim.
I don't like these handoffs that they're doing. This guy is exhausted in the green.
iPad is
Can
delivering
we
a
announce
vision
new
for mobile
iPads already?
computing, unlike anything that has come before. And it all began with this amazing 9.7-inch multi-touch display and the incredible power it enabled for software.
Is there a ring on there?
To hold the internet in your hands as you
They put a
surf
ring
the
on
web
it?
and do your email and make FaceTime
I see the
calls.
old one.
Put a ring on it.
And over just 3.5 years, the team has been on a relentless path, every year updating it with newer and better versions, each delivering further on this incredible vision of mobile computing. It's quite remarkable what they've done. And today we think we have the biggest step yet in delivering the vision that
Ready,
is iPad.
Josh?
And we'd
I'm
really
ready.
love to show it to you right now.
Right now. Oh, God, it's so thin.
Come on, go lose your mind.
Oh, my God. Look how perfect it looks. The white one.
Generation iPad, thinner, lighter, more powerful than ever before, and incredibly, excitingly new in so many ways that it deserves
Excitingly new. I never
a new
knew
name.
that.
The iPad Air. Oh my God.
No.
We call it.
Come on, Josh, lose your
we call
mind.
it iPad
I'm in. I'm
Air.
in. I'm in.
And it begins with that beautiful 9.7-inch Retina display. And as you look closer, you see.
I don't know now. Do I
the
get this
bezel
or do I
around
get
it
iPad
is
mini?
smaller than
No,
ever.
you get this.
Dramatically so.
what I
Let's
get.
bring the previous generation in next to it. You can see the
Thank
bezel
God they got rid of that
is
awful
43%
bezel.
thinner than the previous version.
John, what about
Making
you?
it more
iPad mini or
comfortable to
this?
hold in your hand.
John?
I have to
Look
try
at it
them
from the
first.
side. See
Oh,
how
he's
amazingly
swaying
thin it
already.
is. Again, let's bring in the previous generation next to it. It's dramatically
Oh,
thin, just
disgusting.
7.5 millimeters thin. That's 20% thinner across the
Oh,
entire device.
Today, too, John? Is it available today?
Now, to make
No, probably
an
pre-orders
iPad
on Friday.
this thin took a huge amount of work over years. The team has just been remarkable in finding every 10th and every 100th of a millimeter from every level of the system, from the bezel
Well, that's
to the
the only way to
multi-touch
do it.
surface to
Yeah.
the display and battery and enclosure, shaving every 100th of a millimeter. And the benefits are not only making it thin, but lighter too.
1 pound.
Although I
Previous
gotta
iPad,
say, this kind
1.4 pounds.
of is
The new
reminiscent of
iPad
the
Air
new
weighs
iPad.
just 1 pound.
Wow.
I don't understand. We're going to have an iPad Air and an iPad mini?
Well, we'll see what happens.
That makes it
Is there just
Hang
an
on.
iPad?
full-size tablet in the world. The smaller bezel, lighter feel. When you hold it, it will be a dramatically different experience than the previous iPad. In fact, this happens every now and then. We have an Apple product that we introduce where all the words and pictures don't quite do justice to how amazing it is until the moment you pick it up the first time and feel it for yourself. And when you get to do that, you'll understand why we are so excited about this iPad Air. Now, what's inside is just as amazing as what's outside. As inside is the brand new Apple A7 chip that we just launched with the iPhone 5S. And it's blown everything away in performance.
You know, that is a thing to think about is if they do announce another iPad mini, is it going to have the A6?
It's a 64-bit desktop class.
Or is it going to have the A7 chip in there?
The palm of your hands. It's an amazing chip with over 1 billion transistors. We have also included the new M7.
Nobody cares about transistors. Come on.
Well. Now, this CPU performance is twice the previous generation, and the graphics performance is double as well. We've charted that performance over time. You can see from the original iPad, which started with a very fast chip to begin with, as you may recall, and now we're up to 8 times faster. Half of that performance coming now with iPad Air. And graphics performance, look at this increase. 72 times faster than the original iPad.
What?
Again, half of that coming with the new iPad Air. And you're going to feel that across so many of the things you use. Playing games, a 2-fold increase, the ability to do great 3D rendering. Professional applications, we're opening large to do great 3D rendering. Professional applications, we're opening large files and doing complex operations can be up to twice as fast. This is a screaming fast iPad. It's faster at Wi-Fi too. For the first time, we use MIMO technology in an iPad. That gives multiple antennas, so you can get up to twice as fast 802.11n performance as before.
And not
We've
AC.
also expanded the ability to have broadband wireless access in more places around the world with expanded LTE coverage with more and more carriers. And throughout the entire product, there's all the things that make a great iPad experience. A 5-megapixel iSight camera that also captures HD video. The new front-facing FaceTime camera for better audio capture, as well as Siri voice recognition. All this performance, this thinner and lighter design, and it still delivers amazing all-day 10-hour battery life that our customers love. The new iPad Air comes in silver and white,
and gold,
space gray and black. And like all of our products, it's made
you can still get it in black.
Environmentally friendly.
Wait, black?
That's interesting.
The new iPad Air will replace
Steve
our top
Jobs
line.
would never have all these.
Full-size
But no
iPads.
gold version.
Start at the same, just $499.
$499. Great.
For 16 gig Wi-Fi config, and with cellular technology, $629.
What?
Now we have an iPad 2. It's available at $399. We're going to keep that there because there are a lot of customers that like getting
iPad 2 is
access
still
to a full-size
alive.
iPad at just $399. So this is our full-size lineup. iPad 2 at $399.
Full-size
iPad
lineup.
Air.
Wow.
That is insane.
iPad Air
iPad
will
2 is
start
still
shipping
alive.
very shortly,
Wow.
November 1st, in a huge list of countries around the
And it's
world.
only
Hold on, November
$100
1st.
cheaper.
You'll notice one country for the first time on our wave was
US,
China.
United States.
We'll get the new iPad Air with Wi-Fi right at the start with the rest of these countries. This
We have Johnny
is
Ive
our
to just
probably
talk
biggest
about
leap forward
aluminium.
ever in a full-size iPad. And we have a video to tell you a little bit more about it.
Here we go.
So November 1st, shipments are going to go out of this. I guess I don't. They haven't announced a pre-order. I wonder if they're not going to let you do a pre-order. But
I kind of just lost interest.
why? Why?
As soon as they said that they're still keeping the iPad 2 for $399. There's no way I'd pay $399 for an iPad 2.
I don't get it.
That's the. I mean,
I'd rather pay $399 for an iPad mini.
yeah, than an iPad 2. That is bizarre that they're still keeping that iPad 2.
It's already a 2-year-old device.
No more. What are you talking about? It's 3 generations behind.
3 generations, yeah.
Oh my! Why?
3 generations behind. Because people are still
That is
buying
just
it.
Bizarre.
People are
But
still
why?
buying it. No idea.
Because Eric Timmer just said that the iPad 2 should be $99. Yes, if they're going to sell the iPad 2 still, it needs to be $99.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I want to go that low, but
They really, I think what they ended up doing is that they just screwed up so bad in making such a large production run on the iPad 2 that they still have to sell it to try to recoup the cost that they did.
Wait, it can
That's
fall
the only
down
explanation
break?
I can come up with.
Did you see that in the video?
What?
They can now drop it and it doesn't break. They just dropped it on the floor.
They're just throwing iPads now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I want to see what the Mini has to offer.
But I'll tell you, I know a lot of people that walk into the store to buy an iPad, and they go and they buy an iPad 2.
Oh.
I don't know why. Why would anybody buy the iPad 2?
I don't get
Spend the extra money and get the latest iPad.
It's outdated. It's old. It's 3 generations behind. I have no interest in a 3-generation
and
old
look
device.
at this. No iPad pre-orders.
Yeah, I knew that we're going to do that.
What? This is Tim Cook's Apple.
They want people waiting online. That's what
yeah,
they want. They
love
want
hype.
people waking up and waiting online, and they want that picture where the guy got the iPad in front of him.
No.
I guarantee you that the Air is going to be pre-order.
Fine, then that's what I'm in.
You're buying that.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Processors and sensors, so you get much clearer, sharper images and video.
Yeah, I'm sure FaceTime looks like that
iOS
in the middle of
7
nowhere.
is essential to
It's
the
such a
iPad
lie.
experience. It's at the core of everything you do with iPad Air.
And you know what else they didn't talk about?
And we're now making
What?
Fingerprint sensor.
Yeah, it probably doesn't have it.
GarageBand,
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have it.
Keynote, Pages, and Numbers available for free. Because we believe that with these amazing apps on this amazing device, the possibilities of what you can create are limitless.
The iPad has always been a tool defined by the way
Johnny.
people actually use it. The iPad Air is so capable and powerful, and yet with its breakthrough size and weight, is the thinnest, lightest, and
It kind of does look like a Samsung Galaxy phone.
It does. Yep.
All right, let's see what else they have. They got another 15 minutes, so.
So this is the Honor Generation iPad Air. Next, let's talk about iPad Mini.
Yes.
iPad Mini has been a big hit with customers because it delivers the complete iPad experience in an even smaller design, 7.9 inch. It lets you do all the things that you love to do with iPad. You surf the web, do your email, make FaceTime calls, read books, watch movies, and use all those hundreds of thousands of applications. Customers
Yeah, just me in the
love
chat room
complete
brought up a good
iPad
point about
experience
pre-orders. Is
the
that
iPad Mini delivers.
you can't be
The one
doing
most
this as
requested
an impulse
feature
buy
to
now.
add to
Yeah.
iPad
Here it is.
It's a beautiful Retina display, and that's what we're going to do today.
Thank you.
It's a 7.9
That's a
inch
big pop.
Retina display. That's 2048 by
2048 by
1536 pixels.
1536.
The same
Oh,
number
wow,
of
it's
pixels
same as the regular.
an iPad
Yeah.
Air, so it runs all the same software. When you use it for everything you do, from
See,
looking
no,
at
why wouldn't you get
photos,
this? I don't
the pixels
understand.
are so small that you can't see the individual ones at a normal distance.
So
With text,
if this is
the
if an
sharp,
iPad 2 is
finest printed
$399, what is
newspaper
this?
magazine.
Cheaper and it's
Yeah.
better?
Experience is just
I don't
amazing.
understand.
And the new iPad Mini with Retina display
$429.
is also powered by this brand
$429.
new A7 chip with its 64-bit
Oh
architecture.
wow, so it went up.
No,
This
I'm
delivers a
guessing. I'm
huge
guessing.
Jump in performance
Oh,
for
wow.
iPad Mini. Up to 4 times faster at CPU tasks.
Are they saying that it has
and up to
802.11
8 times
AC
faster at graphics
Wi-Fi in there?
tasks. You're going to feel
No,
performance.
they said
Well, they
N
have
on
to
the
because
last
you do
one.
that's so fast.
They said N
Well,
on
their
the
AirPort
Air.
Extreme support it, so why wouldn't their iPads also
10-hour
support
battery
it?
life.
Yeah,
The iPad Mini with Retina display also gets the new 2 times faster Wi-Fi with MIMO.
Now, why wouldn't the
antennas.
battery on this
It
be
gets the
longer?
expanded LTE support for more carriers around the world. It has everything you love about iPad. a
Although it's
5
surprising that they
megapixel
still
iSight
have a
camera,
5
the
megapixel
new
iSight camera in
FaceTime
there.
HD camera. Comes in silver and white, and
Space gray and black.
And the new iPad Mini with Retina display will be priced at just $399. That's for 16 gigs
So
with
it's the
Wi-Fi.
same price as the
$529
iPad
for
2
cellular
iPad
Same
technology.
price.
with Retina.
They'll be available later in November.
I think that's a
We're
no-brainer.
gonna
Why
keep
would why
the
would you
original iPad Mini in the
get
line
an
as well.
iPad
Because as
2
you know, it starts
instead of an
at just
iPad Mini?
$329.
Yes,
But
you'll
we're
be
going to keep it
sacrificing a
at the
couple
same time,
inches,
lower the price
but
of
you're
that
going to
iPad
get
Mini
such a
to just
better
$299.
hardware device.
Wait, what does that mean then? The 300 now is the one non-Retina?
Yeah.
So that's a
$299.
lower price yet. for an iPad giving you a full
So
iPad.
$100
I think
more
even the
is
iPad Mini at $299
So
makes more
here's what
sense
our
than an
lineup will look
iPad
like
2.
going into the holidays. You'll have iPad Mini starting at $299.
Yeah, I agree.
iPad Mini with Retina display at $399. A
So
full-size iPad
confusing
2
now.
at
They have
$399.
way too
and a brand
products.
new iPad Air.
That
at
iPad 2 should be
$499.
$349.
Incredible lineup,
Yes.
unlike anyone
That would make
else has in the
sense.
industry. Something amazing at every price point.
I don't get
Now,
it.
in addition to that, customers love protecting their iPad with covers and cases.
Oh, here we go.
So we have new ones of those too.
Oh, we covered all.
Brand new iPad cover made of polyurethane. It works for both the iPad Mini and the new iPad Air. Comes in these beautiful colors for just $39 each. And there's the iPad case that protects the front and the back with a beautiful
I hate that case.
leather case in these amazing colors.
I don't like those colors.
$79
No one
on
does.
iPad Air and just $69 for iPad Mini. And both the cover and the case come in gorgeous product red versions as well.
That's what I have.
Red is that AIDS Foundation or
So
charity.
that is the new iPad Mini with its Retina display and the all-new generation iPad
I'd
Air.
argue that they spent
Now let
more
me turn it back to
time talking about Mac
Pages.
than they did the iPads.
Yeah.
Pages.
It almost seems like the
Pages.
iPad Minis, iPads are an afterthought.
Period for innovation and new products. Just in the last few weeks, we've had our largest iPhone launch ever with the colorful iPhone 5C and the forward-thinking iPhone 5S. These are the best smartphones on the market. And we launched iOS 7, the biggest change to iOS since the original iPhone with its bold new design and great new features.
Yeah, can we please see iWorks
And
again?
just today, the new MacBook Pros with stunning Retina displays.
Nobody cares
and
about the Mac Pro
incredible
anymore.
Battery performance.
No.
And the Mac Pro.
At least nobody that
jaw-dropping,
isn't
radical,
a big
It's
business.
jaw-dropping.
powerful Mac we've
Overpriced.
ever
Bucket.
shipped.
Jaw-dropping.
And the future of our Pro desktop.
Magic.
It makes
Of course,
sense
all of
if
our
you're a
Macs
business that does
have
this
run
stuff
with
for
OS
for
10 Mavericks,
work. If you're
most
the average
advanced
person,
desktop operating system,
just a one-man
also
type
announced
of
new
business,
versions of
it doesn't make
iWork
sense.
Yeah.
and iLife for both OS 10 and iOS. And we couldn't be prouder of both new iPads. The iPad Mini with Retina display and the incredible thin and light iPad Air. We're so excited about the new iPads that we've made a cool new ad
Great.
that I'd like to
Another
run for you
video.
now on the iPad Air.
I'm not
another ad.
necessarily sold on the iPad Air name.
You know, they needed to
Yeah,
call
I
it something
like
else.
it.
I like it.
I like it.
Here's
If they're not going to do numbering, they got to do that.
It's an IKEA commercial.
It is. Is that a pencil? It is. They're going to say it's pencil thin.
Yeah. I mean, not a bad announcement, really. I thought this was everything that they needed to do, everything that we anticipated happened. Obviously, no iWatch announcement, no Apple TV announcement. I thought we would get an updated Apple TV, but they're probably going to save that for something else, something by itself.
Well, there was a lot of more rumors saying that what they were trying to do with it is being delayed, that they're just not quite ready for the updates for Apple TV that they want to announce.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be its own individual announcement. I think that's big enough, to announce the partners and all that stuff to be by itself. But it's a beautiful device. It's a beautiful device. All right, let's see how they're ending.
I just love how that screen just says ad.
These amazing products are great examples of the type of innovation that only Apple could deliver. This is what we mean by designed by Apple in California. Other companies would be incredibly proud to just have one of these products. But we couldn't be more pleased to be able to present all of them to you in time for the holidays. I'd like to thank all of the people at Apple that work so
Please
hard
stand up.
in bringing all of these products to life. It's a
Wait,
privilege
so
of a
now-
lifetime. We'll work alongside of all of these folks. We have a hands-on.
They didn't
area
announce
for the
availability?
press, and I would encourage
November
you to
1st, they said
get
it.
your hands on these
November.
products.
Okay.
They're fabulous.
Very quick,
Thank you
though.
for joining us.
All right, so that's it. He's done.
Yeah, they spent 20 minutes on this, and they spent an hour on everything else.
What the hell is this?
You got a lot to cover, John.
I just got a package,
I know.
by the way. I got a package from White Castle.
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
You know what? This is important. We need to open this live on the air during the Apple announcement. I just got a package from White Castle. Let's see. I got a bag that says, "Oh, Groove Shark." My friends over at Groove Shark sent it.
Not White Castle.
But it says White Castle.
Is it a White Castle?
I got a Groove Shark shot glass. I got a White Castle T-shirt. Merchandise. Look at this.
Look at this.
And I got. There's a beach ball by Groove Shark.
Cool.
Why is it from White Castle? That is bizarre. Thanks a lot, Groove Shark.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. So that's it, guys. What do you think before we wrap it up? What do you guys think of this?
I'm interested in either the Air or the Mini with Retina. I have to check out both. I'm also interested to compare my MacBook Pro Retina with the new Retina.
Okay.
That's it.
This is yet another Apple event where it just kind of missed the mark somewhere, I think. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I think this is still one of their better events as of late, but it still feels as though it kind of missed the mark. I'm very excited
I don't
for the
agree
iPad
with that.
Mini, but
The store is now open, by the way.
It is open. Okay. See, I don't agree with you on that. I think they hit the mark on everything. I think the free Maverick upgrade is cool. I think I think the upgrades to the MacBook Pro are exactly what they should have been. I think the upgrade to this should have been, to the I'm sorry, the Mac. The names are messing me up. The iPad Air is exactly what it should have been. I don't feel like they missed anything.
Hey, one thing.
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's where they missed mark. The price on the Mac Pros.
Okay.
The fingerprint sensor for the iPads.
Okay.
And the pre-order for the iPad.
Pre-order, I absolutely agree with you. But the reason why they're doing that is because they want to bring the hysteria back to Apple. That's what was interesting.
They still
to a
have
lot
the
of
freaking
people.
iPad 2.
They still have the iPad 2, yeah. Go ahead.
Here's something I don't think they mentioned. They have an 128 gig version.
Do they?
They do.
Interesting.
On the MacBook Air.
Yet they chose to
iPad
spend
Air.
time saying that they still have the iPad 2.
Yeah. The iPad 2 should not be $99. That's an unrealistic price point, but it could have been $299. It should have been $299 for that device.
$229 would be much better.
No, it's not going to happen. $299 or even $349 would have been totally different.
Rush in the chat room is saying that the Mini is not available on November 1st.
Oh, so when is the Mini available?
Yeah, that just said later in November.
But then again, in the live blog that I'm looking at, it says Apple announced its iPad Mini with Retina display starting $399 available in November.
In November, so probably it'll be maybe the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now you know what? I'm not going to go wait online like a maniac to get this thing.
You kidding me?
So, I don't know. But that's it, guys. We're done. Excuse me. We're finished with the Apple announcement. We got everything that we wanted. Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend any money. My wallet's here. I'm actually happy with the announcement. Much better than the other one.
I agree.
Much
and
better than
I can't
the
wait
iPhone.
to be downloading and crashing the Apple servers this afternoon.
Yeah, so when are they... what time is this coming out today? That's my question.
I don't think we have an exact time, so people will just be refreshing and then just keep an eye on your Twitter feed, and I'm sure you'll see someone going, it's available. Everyone go crazy.
You can follow me on Twitter at Andrew Zarian. Of course, John is at Suncast on Twitter. I want to thank John for joining me. John, thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew.
Well, no, thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And of course, Josh Coleman. I don't want to be thanked anymore. Josh Coleman, J Maverick Design. You could follow him at Culmination on Twitter. He also is a co-host here on Tech News Weekly on the GFQ Network, live on Fridays at 3 p.m. East. Guys, if you're watching live, hang tight because we're going to be doing another hour of tech at 3 o'clock What the Tech with Paul Thurrott. We're going to get Paul's opinion on this, and I'm sure it's going to be an interesting opinion on what he thinks happened today. To kind of take the other side of this Apple frenzy, we're going to be discussing all things that have to do with that. Again, I encourage you guys, if you like what you see, click on our Amazon link, gfq.co/Amazon. You could buy stuff. Listen, it's not costing you anything. If you're buying something, buy it with our Amazon link. We get a tiny little portion, but that helps us out. We make a couple bucks from it, and everybody's happy, and I could buy wires and gadgets and microphones and whatever else we need for the studio. gfq.co/Amazon. Also, we have a little GoDaddy promo. If you go to GoDaddy and you buy a domain name, a .com domain name, you get it for $249 by using offer code Queens at checkout. So check that out also. Until next time, guys, keep on macking. I don't know. Goodbye.